What if I told you a story of a man that lived long, long ago, and this one man brought death and destruction to the whole world? You would ask me, what was this man, a conqueror? What type of emperor was he? What type of king was he? Why did he have so much vengeance in his heart? What type of army did he run? How many men was he overseeing? What type of weapons did he have? What if I told you that the man had no weapons at all? What if I told you that the man never used a sword a day in his life? What if I told you that this man had no evil intention at all? You would ask me, so how did he bring death and destruction to so many people, to all the millions of people? And I tell you that he was simply deceived. See, he was given a wise word, but when push came to shove, he simply couldn't be obedient. He simply couldn't listen to an instruction. You would talk to me and you would say, he's an idiot. Shame on him. How could he be so silly? How could he just not follow simple instructions? How could he be lied to like that? How could he do such a thing? He knew that what he had done would have changed the world forever, but he was so selfish that he didn't listen to instructions for his own personal gain anyway. And maybe you're right. Maybe he was selfish. But maybe he simply just didn't understand that his actions would have had this type of consequence. Maybe he simply just wasn't equipped and ready for the temptation he would endure. But I want to tell you about another man. This man was simply something that we never saw before. We've never seen somebody as perfect as this man, and we genuinely mean he was perfect, blameless. He could have been described. It was almost like he was superhuman. And this man had everything. And along with having everything, he had control and dominion over everything. And he had wisdom well beyond his years. And one day he was sent on an assignment. His father sent him on an assignment. And this obedient man, he was not going to go back to his father's house until he finished this assignment, because he knew the severity of when someone tells him something. When his father especially tells him something, he knows that it is important, and he knows that it quite simply doesn't matter what he wants, but it only matters what his father wants. What if I told you that this man saved the world? You'd say, wow, he saved millions. This one man saved millions and billions, and he's still saving today. You would ask me how? What if I told you that man had to die? Not only did he die, what if I tell you that man was murdered? What if I tell you that man died the worst death imaginable? What if I told you that man, he died for people he knew? who were in the world and people he didn't even meet yet. You would say, wow, that man is a hero. Why did he do that? What type of love did this man have in his heart? Why? Why would he do that for so many people? The answer I'd have for you is, I don't know why he would do it for us, but I can tell you one thing, that he still loves us today. What if I told you that some of you watching this are not so different than the first man I mentioned? Deceived, lost, tempted beyond what they can imagine, and simply folded under the pressures of life. And what if I told you that you denied the very second man who saved you from all of these things, and he was pushed in your face, and you claimed that he wasn't real, and he was presented to you time and time again, but you continued to deny him? Or what if I even tell you that you were deceived to the point that you think that you can have the one who saved everyone and the one who deceived many? See, there's no difference between you and the first man, because you and the first man's as what we call the flesh, and the same very flesh that is decaying every single day is what caused that man to sin. And that same very flesh that caused that man to sin is the same very reason the second man came, to save the world. I'm talking about Adam. That was the first man, and Jesus was the second. See, many of us may try to judge Adam because Satan used him and his wife. But how many times has Satan used us? How many times have we been deceived? How many times have we not been obedient? How many times have we rejected the second man, Jesus, who died a criminal's death? He was beaten and bruised, the Son of God, who took away the sins of the earth, the Lamb of God which was slain. How many times have we rejected him for our own ways? How many times have we rejected him just to eat the fruit of the tree when he told us not to? This message is about salvation. This life we are living is far deeper than we can ever imagine. And don't ever let any teacher, lecturer, or science book fool you into thinking that there is no creator. From the dawn of time, every creation had a creator. And the creator is God, the I Am, Yahweh, Jesus the Christ. Through him all things were created, and through him you can have life after death. Life doesn't end here. Your body will be buried, but your soul remains permanent. It remains permanent. He's knocking at your door, and if you're watching this and if you've never heard of him, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody gets to the Father except through him. Because of one man's sin, death entered the world. But because of one man's obedience, many were made righteous. Do you want to be saved? Follow Jesus. He's the only way. Take the bait. Join Jesus today.